Hi, Young and the Restless fans. It is Wednesday, January 27th, and I just want to say welcome, Stephen Nichols. I'm so excited as a longtime Days fan. I am 100% Days fan. I have taken on Young and the Restless as my second baby, but Days is always where my heart is, and I'm so psyched that after being let go from Days, that Stephen Nichols has landed this job, this major coup. He's got this huge role on, sadly to say, the #1 soap right now. That breaks my Days-loving heart, but go Stephen Nichols. That's awesome. So, it's always hard to adjust seeing somebody start in a role that you've gotten used to someone else. But to be honest, we weren't really used to Tucker. We've been on, like a month or two. So I think Patch will be able to step in there and Patchless Patch take over. And I'm loving that Jill is finally getting a storyline with a love interest. I have only been watching Young and the Restless since March. I've caught it a few times here and there, over the past however many years, but I haven't actually watched it, where that was my soap, until this past March of 2009. But since I've been watching, all it has been about is her being a mother or a daughter, and she has not had any romance. And you really need a romance to be a key player on these soaps, I think. So I'm happy for her. I think those two are cute together. They've got chemistry. I'm interested to see where that's all going to go. Another interesting dynamic that's unfolding from this whole Tucker McCall, I keep saying Tucker McCall takeover, is all these other businesses rallying together. Young and the Restless is very business-minded, so they've got lots of corporations. And I just love how Victor and Jack are deciding to play nice, sort of. I mean, like, one hand, Victor will dole out compliments like, "I'm sure Jack agrees with me when we want to do everything we can for you, Catherine." But then on the other hand, he's like reminding him how he hasn't forgotten about the whole diary forgery. Well, no freaking kidding, Victor. Of course you haven't forgotten. We don't think you're a moron, although I kind of find you annoying, I have to say. Is that sacrilege to be annoyed with Victor Newman? But, am I going to get struck by lightning right now? But he's annoying. God, let it go. And then he tells Adam he's never going to trust him again. Now, granted, there may be some wisdom in that, knowing what we know. But this is your son. Don't tell him you're never going to trust him again. What's the point? Game over. If you don't trust somebody, don't even bother. Adam. I don't know how the writers have lured me into this, but I love Adam. I'm a mother, and I love Adam. How can that be? He took somebody's baby from them, somebody who's already lost 2 kids, somebody who's in a mental institution, takes it and gives it to some other woman to make up for the fact he caused her to have a miscarriage. And yet I'm like rooting for him and Sharon. I want them to be together. Maybe I need to go hang out in that mental ward for a little bit. I don't get why. I don't know. Does anyone else feel that way? Do other people like this whole pairing? Because I was like hardcore Adam and Sharon, or not Adam, Nick and Sharon, and I don't know how I fell off that bandwagon. And now Adam's going to go work for Tucker, and somehow people aren't even mad about that. I don't quite get that. Although Victor is. Ooh, when this article comes out in Restless style that Billy's doing, that's not going to be good. I can't wait for that. Poor little Eden. That friggin' Daisy is a sociopath, is she not? God, I love a good sociopath. So what's the deal? She's Sheila's daughter? Is that what we're to believe? Sheila didn't really die? That was a little before my time. I don't quite get it. Maybe you guys can help me out. Was Phyllis Sheila? What was she, a split personality? I'll have to look that up. I'm not totally in on that. You'll have to help me come along here, because I'm not the expert on Young and the Restless that I fancy myself to be on Days. So help me along, please. Oh, that was the quote of the day was hilarious. When Tucker fires everyone, and Jill looks like, oh my God, he promised he wasn't going to keep any more secrets from it. And then he's like, just kidding. But then he does say, we have some companies under our umbrella that we need to sell off, cut off some of the dead weight, some of the underperforming companies. And who is he talking about? Jabot Cosmetics. Jack and Ashley are not going to be happy. We see in the previews Victor overhearing a bit of Ashley and Jack talking on the baby monitor. For the love of God, people, get rid of the baby monitors. This happens on soap after soap after soap. Everybody's listening. Has that not happened to you? It's happened to me where I'm talking on the phone and somebody's in the other room. Now, usually the kind of stuff I'm talking about isn't quite as serious for it to really matter, but anywho. So, yeah, that Eden's going to be framed. I hope Michael and Lauren get in a good spat about that. I do feel for Lauren and her headache, because I get really bad headaches. And she looks like she's really in pain, but what is Daisy poisoning her? I don't know what's going on with that. And Ryder, is he really garbage diving right outside of Crimson Lights? I mean, if he doesn't want them to know, wouldn't he maybe go somewhere else? And what is his deal? Is he really a victim of Daisy and Sheila? I mean, that's possible. Why doesn't he just tell everybody? They would suck him in and take care of him. He'd be fine. I can't wait till they all get the truth out of him. That'll be some good stuff. So, keep staying tuned. We'll have another episode soon. And we're normally the couple that watches Days Together. Not Days. Sorry. I might do that every now and then. We're normally the couple that watches soaps together. That's all coming out wrong. I'll have to come up with another line for the ending. So for now, I'll just say ta-ta.